In this video, I'm going to review the Metro Vac N Blo vacuum. Now, I've been having this vacuum for about 3 years now, so I put it through its use. I haven't had much complaints about it. Just a few things that at times I wish I would have had a different vacuum, or this one had a few more features. But in terms of overall performance, I've been very happy with it. So here is the vacuum in all its glory. Again, it's very compact, it's light, it's not gonna take up that much room. And this is great for me because I don't have a huge detailing van, right? I have a small 2009 HHR panel. So I needed something very compact that I can throw in there, move around, and not take up too much space, and this one absolutely did the job. So I absolutely love it on the size. Now, as far as power, it does have a good suction. At peak, it has 4 horsepower. I really haven't had a problem of just basic normal vacuuming. The problem does come when it is when you put some product down, or maybe there's a specific spot that got wet that you need to extract, and perhaps you don't have a hot water extractor to suck it out with. This one won't be able to do that because it's not a you can't suck water through here because there's a vacuum and a blower, so it's not a water can get into the housing here. So that's the only downside, where maybe it just rained or they spilled like some type of liquid and you need to get it out, then you have to just like either mop it up with a towel, or maybe you have a different maybe a completely different vacuum for a wet vacuum, or perhaps just have an extractor of some sort. But in terms of any water getting into here, it's not doable. I have been caught a few times where I was kind of stuck in a rut because I needed to extract water. So I've kind of used this, and I was kind of scared, but it's just a little bit of water. But it's definitely, if you're gonna, over time, if you see details that you encounter that, then I would definitely not recommend this one, because again, you can't put water through it. It's not wet. It's not a wet vacuum, which those do come in handy. But again, for my, it was a push and pull type play here, so I would sacrifice the water feature for just having a very compact vacuum. And as far as the vacuum, here is the this is where I can move this out the way. So this is where you put the bag to catch all the dirt and stuff. This is actually a shorter version. You're actually going to have one that fits all the way through. I actually ordered the wrong bags, so I'm dealing with these little small ones. But you do have a full-size bag that reclaims a lot more dirt. And after every use, there you just take it out, discard it in the trash, and then you put in a new one, and you're good to go. And then it's as easy as just putting it in, lining up the latches, and shutting it down. And then when you do want to use, so this is the vacuum, when you want to use a blower to push out air, so this is also a good choice, because if you're doing a wash and you need to blow out the water from the seams when you're doing the wheels, when you want to maybe dry something out from your tools, it's not that strong, but it does do its job to push off water. And if you have the correct tip attachment to it, then you can really get some real forced air out of it. But this is I definitely don't use this much, because I also have the Sidekick, the Metro Sidekick, which is also forced air. And but when you are going to use this side, you have to remove the vacuum bag so it can push the air out without interference. If you do keep it in there, it'll blow out a lot of dust and stuff. So you do need to remove that. Which again, if you're going to use this side a lot, it may cause you a little bit of headache, so you have to keep on removing it every single time. So if that's the case, I would say buy a third-party forced air item. Like I said, the Metro Sidekick. It's a great little tool. Now, in terms of what it comes with, now I forget, again, I did buy this quite a long time ago, so I don't know which one I bought. I don't know if there's different packages now or anything, but it actually gave me 4 hoses. So I've only ever used 2 because I really don't need it to get that long, but it does give you 2 hoses, and I forget the length of them, but let's see, I think it's about 7 feet each, or I'm sorry, not 7 feet, it's about 6, or is it maybe? I haven't done this in a while. Yeah, I'd say about 7 feet each hose, and they give you 4 of them. So you can keep it, either attached somewhere on your garage or in your shop, or somewhere not close to the car, and it'll still reach everywhere if you want to use all 4 hoses. Now again, I've only ever used 2 at a time, because using 4 is that's kind of excessive in my opinion. But I have used always 2. And this bag is actually very convenient for all my vacuum stuff. This is actually the Great's Garage 6-inch polisher bag, and it conveniently fits all my vacuum items, so this is very convenient for me. For the more detailed areas like the cracks, crevices, you do have this attachment, which pretty much transforms the simple, you know, your regular attachment that you get, and you can change it to a macro attachment if you want to call it like that. And then you have the smaller tips, which again would be great for, you know, the vents, the cracks and crevices, the real tight areas you can't get with your hands or a towel. So this does come in handy. And then again, as I mentioned, the attachments. As you can tell, this is definitely need a new one. It's all cracked right here. But again, these are the attachments that I use. So overall, as far as, you know, aside from the usage that I'm about to show you right now, overall I am very happy with it. Again, I have a very compact car, so I needed a compact vacuum. I couldn't use like an 8-10 gallon vacuum that takes up so much space and you gotta haul it and pick it up. This is very convenient, very mobile. It fits right under the driver's side of my car, so it takes up no space. It's exactly what I needed. Again, the wet vac part, it does hurt me at times, but I'll take that over having like a bigger wet vacuum. Now, I'll tell you, it's definitely not the strongest vacuum you'll find. There are plenty of more vacuums that are much stronger in the general price range. I don't remember the exact number, so I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to throw you off. But yeah, as far as this power, it's definitely not the strongest, I'll tell you that. Oftentimes I will go over 2 times just to make sure I pick everything up, but that'd be the same with any vacuum that you use, just to make sure you are picking up all the debris. But in terms of, again, it was a push and pull. I could say I was okay with giving up on power and it being a wet vacuum for the size, compact, how it fits in my vehicle and how mobile it is. So again, it's really based off, you know, what are you doing? Are you in a shop? Are you mobile? Or do you work at a garage? Do you want to mount it to the wall? Do you want to keep it in your van and just, you know, turn on the generator and then feed it from there? I personally don't have a generator, so I do take it out of the car every time I go plug it up and then I get going. So again, being able to move it around, it has wheels, it moves effortlessly, sometimes too easy, and it'll go down the driveway. But other than that, that's what I was aiming for. So that vacuum is perfect for me and my needs. I haven't, you know, gone or haven't needed anything stronger or you know, really needed that wet vacuum feature that other vacuums might have. So that vacuum for me is perfect. You can check that one out. Check out all different types of vacuums. If you are just starting off though and you're thinking, you know, I need a vacuum, I need a great vacuum because I'm gonna run into all these problems, I would say start off with the cheapest vacuum you can find. A $40 vacuum from Craigslist or at Home Depot, or just the cheapest vacuum you can find, because you don't need to start off with the best tools, the best product, the best items. Just start off with the cheapest thing you can afford. Start from there and work your way up. It doesn't need to get too complicated. So don't think because you see this review, because you see other detailers and their amazing vacuums or whatever tool it is, don't think you have to have that tool in order to get started. I didn't have that when I first started. I had this ginormous like 8-gallon vacuum that was just way too big, and I actually still took it in my car and it was just such a headache, but it was free. I already had it, so I just went with it. It wasn't until about 6 months to a year that I actually got another vacuum. So don't think you need to go out and buy the best vacuum there, because all you're doing is sucking up the dirt anyways. Any vacuum is going to achieve that. So in the beginning, if you don't have the budget, if you're just, you know, kind of thinking you kind of want to do it, you kind of don't want to do it, buy the cheapest vacuum you can find. You can always just upgrade. You can always resell it for like half the price or something. So no sweat on that. Hope you enjoyed this video. My first review, so let me get your feedback on how that review was. Let me see what else I was supposed to talk about so you can really get more information out of the vacuum. So go ahead and leave that comment down below. Give me some feedback on this review. I haven't done a review ever, so go ahead and give me that feedback. Leave that comment down below. Like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can visit detailgroup.co, and I will see you on the next video.